Teaching your dog to go to mark. It's very useful to have a dog being able to target a specific spot or location. If you're taking a picture, for example, like the pictures I have in front of the numbers 1, 2, and 3, you want the dog to sit in a very specific spot. Now you could go in and you could pose the dog for each one, but that takes a lot of time, and most photo shoots have a limited amount of time. So the faster you can get your dog to a specific spot and doing a specific behavior, the better. The first phase of that is training the dog to go to a mark. I'm using I think it's about a 10-inch circular disc, and this is her mark. You could use a number of things, like maybe a foam tile square. However, my training room is foam tile squares, so putting a foam tile square down is going to be difficult. Yeah. So how do we train that? The first phase is very simple. You just reward the dog for going to the mark. Hold on. And the dog should just automatically go there if you've trained it well enough. So if you throw a treat away, they come back to their mark. Now she's looking at me, that's okay, that's a different behavior right now. If I was behind the camera, she would look at me, probably. But we need to be able to send the dog to the mark, and quite often that mark will be beside something we want to take a picture of. Stay. So we're going to use Elan's shopping cart. And we're going to stand a distance away, because remember, we do not want the handler in the shot. Touch. Ready? Go, Mark. Good girl. We always go in and reward the dog on the mark. So that's phase 1. Eventually, you're going to want to make that mark smaller and smaller and smaller. So I have some different ideas. If you use a foam tile, there are some that have centers that come out. So you can start by using this foam tile as your mark, and then the center comes out and it's smaller. These also come in a smaller size. So there's a much smaller one. And then the center comes out again, so X marks the spot. For Elan, she's now working with a clear mark. I do have double-sided tape on it because Elan tends to push it around, but she will go to a clear mark. And we'll demonstrate that. Can you sit? Come over here. Come sit. Stay. Touch. And then go, Mark. Go, Mark. Yes. Good girl. Now, she's not exactly on the mark, but she's in the general vicinity. We could correct that, or we could just take the picture there, depending on how the photographer feels about it. Obviously, if we did it a few times, rewarding on the mark, she would go there. That's it for now, and that's all you have to do for this part of the course.